Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. Amos chapter 3 verse 7. The prophetic is God's way of revealing his heart, will, and purposes to his people. It is a sign that God still speaks today. It brings clarity, direction, encouragement, and hope for every season of life. Prophetic Hour with Shadrack Asare is a life-transforming program designed to teach the true meaning, purpose, and operation of the prophetic. Through sound biblical teaching, spiritual revelation, and prophetic ministry, believers will be equipped to discern the voice of God, grow in spiritual understanding, and walk confidently in their divine calling. As you connect with this program, you will not only receive revelation, but also impartation, being configured and activated in prophetic grace to hear from God, speak his word with boldness, and operate effectively in the prophetic according to his will. You are watching Prophetic Hour.
So when your spirit is lit, when you enter any place that anything is hidden, because your spirit man is lit, it will be unveiled to you, because you have built your spirit man. So please, let's not be everywhere, watching everything that we come across with. There are times, you see, not only at times, you must guard your eyes, your mind, your ears, even your body itself from certain things. Because what you hear, what you experience, it builds your spirit man. So if you have spent more time praying, building up yourself, reading scriptures, listening to preachings, you are building your spirit man. So develop yourself to the extent that it is not only God that you hear, but even you can hear Satan. He says that my sheep hear my voice, and they do what? And they follow me. But how about those who don't hear his voice? They hear the voice of Satan. So if Satan is speaking to you, how will you know? So it is important for you to know the voice of Satan too, so that when he says anything to you, you can also fight back. Jesus, imagine if Jesus didn't know the voice of Satan. Whatever Satan told him to do, he would have turned the stone into bread. If he didn't know the voice of Satan. So don't let anybody discourage you by saying that, oh, you don't need to hear Satan's voice. You need to know Satan's voice so you can be able to resist it. So develop your spirit to the extent that it is not only what God's voice that you hear, but also you can hear God from even anything, from situations even around you. And also be able to pick the silence of God. When God is not saying anything, it's a message as well. Be able to pick the silence of God, the message within the silence of God. So everybody must have that gift of discerning of spirits. If you have the gift of discerning of spirit and God is not saying anything, you will still be able to know the mood of the spirit. Otherwise, if you don't have the discerning spirit or discerning gift, you can even be deceived by Satan. So at the point that we are listening to God, but nothing is coming, what we use to know what the Spirit is saying is discernment. You should be ready. Position yourself to receive a prophetic word all the time. Be ready. How will you be ready? 1, have an expectation. Expect that God will speak to you. 2, so that expectation is based on a goal. He's going to talk to you about something, particular thing, not everything. Because sometimes people who pray say, God, talk to me. What should he talk to you about? Maybe what you want to hear is about your marital situation. Maybe what you want to hear is about your financial situation. But if you say, God, talk to me, it's okay, go and sweep your room. That is not what you want to hear, isn't it? So when it comes to an expectation, have a goal. What should he talk to you about? David's town was raided by his enemies. They came to arrest all the people in his house, all his wife, his children, they took them. And David prayed a simple prayer: God, should I pursue them? Should I overtake them? Should I recover them? Expectation, targeting a particular thing. And God said that pursue them, overtake them, and recover all. So whatever David brought back, everything was under the authority of God. So have an expectation. Prophets will say a whole lot of things before now the prophecy comes in. We use the word of knowledge to build your faith, and then once we have constructed the building, then we'll put the prophecy in there. Are you getting it? So then the singers, your responsibility now is to carry the atmosphere. So the moment he gives some word of knowledge, you interject with songs. You're carrying the atmosphere, not only lifting the spirit of the prophet, but you're also lifting the recipients. The person receiving, those around, you are helping to lift their spirit. You are building their faith, sustaining the atmosphere.